All she intended was to clean his wounds, until something moved under the blanket. Siren Vel hauled the human's limp weight through the clinic hatch. His armored boots scraped the deck plating. Blood slicked her grip on his harness straps. She slammed the seal control. The door hissed shut, locking out the corridor clamor. Alarms blared from her console. Chief Warder Hesk's voice crackled over the comm. "Vel, open that door. Containment protocols demand isolation in the brig hold." She ignored him. The human, Corporal Ellie Rook, per his dog tags, sprawled on the exam slab. His chest rose in shallow bursts. A field dressing on his abdomen bulged dark with seepage. She activated the bioscanner overhead. Readings spiked. Foreign proteins, elevated endorphins, trauma cascade. "Vel, respond," Hesk barked. "That thing's a biohazard. Sedate and eject." "It's a patient," she snapped back, gloved hands already slicing his chest plate. The alloy shears word, "Ship clinic charter override security on medical calls." The plate clattered free. Rook groaned. His eyes fluttered but stayed shut. Under the torso armor, a thermal blanket wrapped his midsection. Soaked through, she peeled back the edge. The dressing beneath clung like wet synthweave stained crimson black. Heck's growl filled the air. "Patient?" "It's a raider scout. Claws like that killed 3 in engineering. Pump it full of neuroblock and slide it out the airlock." Saren tuned him out. Her species healed with precision grafts and neural overrides. Humans? Mara Kess's scavenged notes. Tucked in Rook's pouch, warned against sedatives. "They fight them," the human medic had scrawled. "Pain keeps us sharp." She traced the wound edges. Jagged tear, 6 inches across. Shrapnel entry. No exit. Her scanner pinged. Embedded fragment. Migrating. She fetched the dermal cutter. Time to excise. Rook's hand twitched. She pressed the blanket down firmer. "Stay still." "I'm stabilizing." His eyelids cracked open. Gray irises locked on her. "Doc? Mara?" "No. Siren Vel, clinic tech." She held up Kess's notes. "Your medic's guide, hold position." He grunted, nodded once. Eyes drifted shut again. Hesk hammered the door panel outside. Thuds echoed. "Vel, that's insubordination. Open up or I vent the room." She sealed the calm mute. "Focus." She lifted the blanket fully. The field dressing peeled away with a wet suck. Exposed muscle gleamed raw. Pus beaded at the edges. Infection vectors unknown. Then it moved. Siren froze. Beneath the torn flesh, a ridge pulsed, wriggled. Not a vessel. Not organ shift. Something elongated, segmented, burrowing deeper. Her crest flared in alarm. Parasite? Xenomorph? Her world had no such horrors. Sterile births. Vat-cloned limbs. She snatched the probe light. The beam caught it. Translucent, barb tip questing through subcutaneous layers. "Vel!" Rook's voice rasped. His hand clamped her wrist. Iron grip, despite the blood loss. "Don't cut. Press." She yanked back instinctively. His fingers didn't budge. "It's invading your peritoneum." "I need to." "Pressure!" He barked it like an order. Pinned her palm to the wound. "Seal it." "Parasites pinned." "Your hands. Keep it there." Her multi-jointed fingers compressed the site. The wriggle halted. Pinned, yes, but his skin boiled hot under her touch. Pulse thundered against her glove. Humans registered pain at thresholds that would flatline her kin. Why not sedate? She leaned in, voice steady. Methodical. Neural block would nullify this. He bared teeth. A human smile. Grimace. "Sedatives drop my blood pressure. Parasite bolts." Mara says, "Endure. Compress. Excise conscious." Scanner confirmed. Vitals crashing toward shock, yet cortisol spiked. He forced lucidity through agony. Her kind would convulse, beg, override. Kesk's override code buzzed the console. She slapped it silent. "You're defying your chain?" "Clinic autonomy." She eyed Rook. "This endurance. It's protocol. Survival." His free hand fumbled his belt pouch, produced a hypo spray. Adrenaline boost. Human dose. "Yours would pulp my heart." She took it, injected per Kess's diagram, subclavian jab. His grip eased fractionally. Color returned to his lips. The thing beneath stirred, pushed against her palm. Barbs scraped audible. Talk me through, she said. Trust flickered. His calm amid invasion demanded it. Mara's notes say clamp first. Right. He released her wrist, grabbed a trauma clamp from his kit. Thread it in. Pin the head. Her probe fingers, 4 per hand precision-tuned, threaded the clamp, vision zoomed via implant. The parasite's maw gnashed, mandible clusters, acid drip. She snapped the clamp. It shrieked, ultrasonic keen that rattled her tympana. Rook didn't flinch. Twist left. Yank. She obeyed. Body uncoiled, 12 segments oozing ichor. It thrashed free into the tray. Still twitched. Incinerator, he gasped. Now. She dropped it in the port. Flames whooshed. Clean. Wound gaped. She packed it with regen gel from her stores. Human compatible? Kess's notes claimed broad spectrum worked. Stitch? Staples. Faster. He pointed. She loaded the stapler. Click, click, click. Skin puckered shut. Hesk breached the mute. Vel's vitals flatlining. Breach imminent. Stand down, she transmitted. Patient stabilized. Parasite neutralized. Silence. Then, impossible. It's still moving on scans. She glanced at Rook. He winked. Baseline human. Tough. Her crest rippled. Fascination overrode caution. This soldier endured vivisection awake, chose her hands over oblivion. She sealed the new dressing. Rest cycle. Monitor, he nodded. Eyes heavy. Thanks, Doc. Oh, you. She dimmed the lights, leaned against the console. Hesk's protests faded to mutter. The human slept, wound knitting already, per scanner. Faster than projected. Her fingers tingled from his grip. Trust? Earned in blood. And wriggles. But scans lied to Hesk. Something residual pulsed faint in Rook's tissues. Allies. Or hatchlings. She adjusted the biofield, watched him breathe, chose care. Again. Rook stirred at cycle's end. Status? Clean margins. She offered nutrient paste, human formulated from Kess's specs. Eat. Rebuild. He slurped it down, grimaced at the tang. Better than ration bars. Hesk commit again. Visual feed, his armored bulk outside, stun prod ready. Vel, extract now. Or I flood with gas. She patched Rook into the channel. Chief order, patient Rook. Non-hostile. Rook leaned forward. Voice. Gravel. Warder. Intel. Your vents host the nest. Parasites from there. I traced them. Esk recoiled on feed. Lies. Raider trick. Check engineering logs. Rook recited timestamps. My squad hit the source. Yours breached hull. Saren cross-checked. Verified. Confirmed, Chief. Human data solid. Hesk stiffened. Then, quarantine holds. Collaborate, she said. He guides, purge. I treat fallout. Rook met her gaze, nodded. Partnership sealed, but as Hesk grudgingly stood down, Saren's scanner pinged anew. Deep in Rook's thigh. Another wriggle, subtle. His jaw clenched, he knew. She pressed 2 fingers there. Silent question. He covered her hand, held. Together. She nodded. Chose hands on. Fear yielded to the human's quiet steel. The purge teams mobilized under joint command. Rook directed from the slab, voice steady as he mapped vents. Siren prepped antidotes, blending her gels with Kess's chems. Hesk oversaw seals, his enforcer scowl cracking into wary respect. First clutch incinerated clean. Cheers echoed corridors. Rook sweated through the second wriggle extraction. Awake. Her clamps pinned it. His only tell, knuckles white on slab edge. You're impossible, she murmured, staunching the new sight. Standard op. He exhaled slow siren, raised the sedative injector. Its hiss primed in the sterile air. Rook's hand shot up. Shaking but sure. He knocked it aside. The device clattered across the med slab tray. No. His voice rasped. Eyes locked on hers. Kills me. She froze. Forearms hovered mid-motion. Her primary gripped the scanner. Second pair steadied the tray. You bleed out. Parasite nest. Deep. I cut blind. He exhaled slow. Forced his breathing even. Chest rose steady despite the sweat beading on his brow. Listen. Mara, Kess protocol. No full sedation. Humans crash on your chems. Half dose max. Epinephrine chase. 0.3 milligrams per kilo. Siren blinked. Her compound eyes refocused. This human recited limits like star charts. From memory, while his thigh pulsed under her probe. Hesk's voice crackled over the comm. Sedate him, Bell. Containment breach if he thrashes. Stand down, Chief. She snapped the channel mute, turned back. Rook's pulse thrummed under her sensors. Elevated, but controlled. No panic spike, just pain. Held in check. She complied. Pushed the half dose. Watched his pupils dilate, then steady. He nodded once. Good. Now clamp the vessel, proximal tier. Hemostat, not gel. Yours seals too fast. Clots my lines. Her mandibles clicked. Alien biology yielded to gels. Human demanded clamps. She selected the tool, pried the thigh incision wider. Scanner lit the burrow. Wriggling mass. Vessel shredded. Blood welled. She clamped. Hard pinch on the torn artery. Flow stopped. Manual. Precise. Rook grunted. Knuckles whitened on the slab edge, but he stayed still. Deeper. 10 centimeters. Curve left. Hits femur there. Siren probed. Her finest manipulator followed his words. Met resistance. Bone. The parasite thrashed. Segments bursting free. Flush saline. No antiseptics. His breath hitched once. Steady again. Kills nerves. She flushed. Pulled the nest fragment. Slimy. Barbed. Dropped it into containment. Scanner cleared the site. Hesk burst in. Enforcer bulk filled the hatch.
Bell! He's directing you!
Eject the threat. Rook shifted. Met the warder's glare. Check vents, Chief. Third clutch hatches soon. Sector 7B. Hesk snarled. Claws flexed. Raider lies. Verified. Siren cut in. Held up the scanner log. Purge teams report clean on first two. His maps match. The warder paused. Eyestalk swiveled. Grudging nod. Purge holds. But sedate next. Denied. Rook's tone flattened. Trust her hands. Not your darts. Saren stared. Human challenged the enforcer. From a slab, bleeding. Hesk stormed out. Hatch sealed. She restarted the triage log. Voice recorder hummed. Patient Rook. Corporal. Third extraction complete. Human directives followed. Vital signs. Pulse 110. Stable. Pain markers elevated. Unreported. Rook's lip twitched. Closest to a smile. Log this. Mara Kess notes. Adrenaline post-op. 1 milligram 4. Slow drip. Builds tolerance. She keyed it in. Blended the drip from Kess's scavenged kit. Human chems mixed with her stabilizers. Pushed it home. His muscles eased. Fraction. Enough to shift weight. Nest cores in abdomen. Scout trail. Bigger. Needs evac rig. Siren cross-checked. Scanner pierced deeper. Ping. Massive shadow coiled near his liver. Barbs embedded. Her vents flared. Fatal. Without full cut. No evac. Ship's vents link all. He tapped the bulkhead. Purge first. Then you. She hesitated. Methodical caution screamed abort. Besk's orders loomed, but his eyes, steady, trusting her. Together, she echoed his earlier word, prepped the rig. Purge teams radioed success. Sector 7B flames roared clean. Cheers filtered through vents. Siren incised. Rook breathed through it. Recited depths. Avoid hilum. Clamp flush. Extract. The core writhed. Fist-sized. She pinned it. His free hand gripped her secondary arm. Not thrashing. Anchoring. Blood slicked her gloves. She stanched 3 sites. Manual clamps everywhere. Human vessels defied her gels. Too resilient. Too stubborn. You're impossible. She murmured again. Dropped the core into incinerator vial. Standard op. He exhaled. Released her arm. Skin contact lingered. Warm. Pulse synced. Log updated. Core removed. Patient directs all. Human endurance exceeds projections. Pain threshold. Uncharted. Besk pinged. All nests purged. Human stable? Affirm. She glanced at Rook. He nodded. Collaborate continues. Warder grunted assent. Fine. But watch him. Channel cut. Siren peeled back the slab restraints. Rook sat up. Slow. Tested the leg. Flexed. No limp. Her fascination spiked. Fractured femur from entry wound, clamped, not set. He moved anyway. Mara's notes, he rasped, pulled a crumpled datapad from his vest. Smudged. Parasite. Gnawed. Full protocol. Translate. She interfaced it. Kess's scrawl loaded. Dosage charts. Chemcompat. Endurance hacks. Human Medic's Bible. Teach me. Saren's voice softened. Chose care. Over fear. He leaned in. Shoulder brushed her carapace. Start with pain blocks. You clamp like a pro. She activated translation matrix. Words flowed. Partnership deepened. Hours blurred. Siran blended protocols. Rook mapped residual vents. Hesk sealed hatches under their joint feed. A final ping. Scanner on Rook's torso. Scar tissue from old wounds. Pre-infest. Bullet holes. Shrapnel pox. Healed rough. No augments. How? She traced one. Fingertip light. Field patches. He shrugged. Humans knit fast. If you push. Her vents hummed. Alien shock rippled. Her kind regenerated slow. Protected. His endured. Repaired raw. Rest. She mandated. Pushed a mild stabilizer. Kess approved. He complied. Eyelids drooped, but hands stayed near hers. Dawn cycle lit the clinic. Kesk entered. No scowl. Ship clear, human. Asset. Partner. Siren corrected. Met his gaze. Rook stirred. Awake already. Purge complete. Intel drop. Radar vectors. Your scope's blind there. Hesk stiffened. Then nodded. Share. Data flowed. Trust sealed 3 ways. Siren watched Rook stand. A full weight on the thigh. No brace, just will. Another scan pinged. Not parasite. Internal bleed. Slow. From core yank. Her mandibles parted. Down. Now. He eased back. Grinned faint. Your turn, Doc. Fix me. She raised tools. No injector this time. His words guided. Clamps ready. But as she incised, his voice steadied her claw. Easy. Humans tough. But you, precise. Fascination turned respect. She clamped the vessel. Stopped the seep. Log entry. Trust forms. Human steel meets alien care. Hesk monitored from console. Silent approval. Rook exhaled slow. Good team, she nodded. Hands on. Fear gone. Scanner cleared. But a new alert flashed. Hull breach signature. Raiders inbound. Rook sat up. Eyes sharp. Gear me. We hold. Siren armed the kit. Kess protocols loaded. Partnership armed. Hesk barked orders. Defend clinic. Together they moved. Human endurance. Alien precision. Collision course with incoming fire. Siren's scalpel sliced through the blood-crusted dressing on Rook's thigh. Fabric parted with a wet rip. Pus bubbled out. Thick and yellow. She clamped the edges wide. There, deep in the muscle track, a segmented body writhed. Her claw pinched its barbed tail. The thing thrashed. Barbs hooked flesh. She yanked hard. It tore free, dripping ichor. 8 legs scrabbled against her glove. It twisted mid-air, lunging back toward the open wound. Rook's hand shot up. Fingers pinned the blanket beneath his leg. Don't drop it, he growled, voice steadied despite sweat beading his brow. Floor means hatchlings. Burn it. The parasite clawed her glove. Mandibles gnashed. She flung it into the sterilizer tray. Lid slammed shut. Flames hissed inside. Done. Her secondary hearts raced. Humans carried live infestations? Kess's notes warned of Thrax barbs from raider traps, embedded during breach. But this, alive? Rook exhaled. No scream. Just breath. Leg twitched once. He met her gaze. Good pull, Doc. Keep going. She nodded. Claws steady now. Sterilized tools clinked on the tray. Laser cauterizer hummed to life. She traced the wound channel. Flesh smoked, parasite residue charred black. No regrowth. Pain should buckle him. Scans showed nerve clusters firing wild, yet his free hand gripped the exam rail. White-knuckled. Eyes clear. Next, he said. Gel foam. Pack tight. Mara says it expands. Siren squeezed the canister. Foam bubbled into the cavity, expanded white sealing the track. She pressed a fresh dressing over it, taped secure. Alarms blared. Hull breach klaxons. Raiders inbound. Confirmed. Footsteps pounded outside the clinic door. Fists hammered metal. Vel, open up! Chief Warder Hesk's voice boomed. Humans contaminated. Parasite means quarantine. Sedate and eject! Saren glanced at Rook. He shook his head. Slight. Firm. She ignored the door. Scanner probed the thigh. Clean. No spread. Vel. Hesk rattled the hatch. Protocol. It's a vector. Stand down, Warder. She keyed the intercom. Voice calm. Methodical. Treatment complete. Asset secured. Asset? Hesk snarled. It's bleeding your deck. Containment now. Rook shifted. Sat up straighter. Wound fresh, but he swung legs off the table. Boots hit floor. Full weight tested. No limp. Saren's mandibles clicked. Shock rippled her carapace. Humans? Regenerated? No endurance. Pure will clamped over pain. Listen to your medic, Rook called. Voice carried through the door. I'm purge ready. Intel first. Silence. Then Hesk grunted. Data. Now. Siren patched the console. Raider vectors streamed. Blind spots filled. Hesk's line clicked. He processed. She watched Rook stand, thigh flexed. Foam held. No brace needed. His hand brushed hers. Brief. Anchor. Your call saved it festering.
Thanks. Heat flushed her vents.
Alien to human. Care over fear. She chose this. Again. Door hissed open. Hesk stormed in. Rifle slung. Eyes locked on Rook. You walk on that? Rook shrugged. Had worse. Raider barb? Standard. Hesk circled. Scanner in claw. Probed the leg. Readout beeped clean. His crest flattened. Kess protocols. Siren nodded. Human medics field guide. Improvised. Effective. Rook grinned faint. Mara's the best. Saved my squad twice. Her notes. Gold. Hesk paused. Rifle lowered a fraction. Intel holds. But your cage till clear. No cage. Saren stepped between. Mandibles firm. Partner. Rook's eyes sharpened. Raiders closing. Hull alarms peaked. Clinic secure? Hesk demanded. Siren checked feeds. Breaches sealed. Auto turrets hot. Rook grabbed his vest. Strapped on. Gear me. We hold the line. She armed the kit. Pulled Kess-approved stims. Injected his arm. No flinch. Adrenaline surged his vitals. Hesk barked into comms. Defend Bay 3. Explosions rocked the deck. Breaching charges. Saren gripped her cauterizer. Repurposed cutter now. Rook let out. Thigh steady. She followed. Hesk flanked. Raiders swarmed the corridor. Scaled hides. Barb launchers primed. Rook charged first. Rifle barked. 2 down. Barbs whizzed past. Saren fired her stun arc. Third Raider spasmed. Hesk covered flank. Plasma bolt vaporized a launcher. Rook took a graze. Shoulder. Blood welled. He ignored. Returned fire. Pinned the pack. Endurance. Siren muttered. Her shots precise. Alien calibration met human grit. Raiders broke. Retreated under fire. Deck fell quiet. Smoke cleared. Rook slumped against bulkhead. Shoulder wound pulsed, but thigh? Solid. Hesk scanned him again. Tough. Too tough. Team, Rook said. Nodded to both. Siren sealed his shoulder. Quick clamps. Kess method. Hold still. He did. Trusted. New ping. Scanner on her belt. Not his. Hers. Fatigue toxin. From parasite handling? No. Raider spore trace. Her vision blurred. Legs buckled. Rook caught her. Strong arms. Doc! Hex whirled. Contagion. Stabilize her, Rook ordered. Voice steel. Pulled Kess notes from his vest. Human meds cross. No. Alien physio. Siren fought haze. His hands pinned her sleeve, much like she did his blanket. Trust reversed. Hesk hesitated. Then complied. Tools out. Raiders massed outside. Next wave. Rook stood guard. Wounded shoulder dripping. Thigh unyielding, Saren whispered. Humans heal fast. He smirked. You first. Her claw gripped his wrist. Partnership sealed. Fire incoming. She incised her own arm. Parasite barb. Tiny. Missed. Rook's voice guided. Pin it. Burn. She yanked. It crawled. He smashed it under boot. Pain lanced. But she cauterized. Packed foam. Hers this time. Stood. Clear. Hesk stared. You too! Move! Rook yelled. Raiders breached again. They fired as one. Human endurance. Alien precision. Healer turned warrior. Siren clamped a raider's leg mid-charge. Cauterizer sizzled. It howled. Rook covered. Flank clear. Hesk nodded. First real nod. Hold clinic core. Wave broke. Bodies piled. Quiet again. Scans clear. Breath ragged. But standing. Siren checked him. All wounds stable. Human steel. You're impossible, she said. He chuckled. Just human. Your hands saved us. Hesk keyed ship-wide. Clinic secure. Human asset confirmed. Asset to partner. Trust forged in blood and barbs. But console flashed. Raider Queen signature. Burrowing deep. Siren's tools hummed. Ready. Rook grinned. Round 2. Her mandibles parted. Smile. Together. Incoming burrow quakes shook the deck. Queen rising. Deck shuddered. Saren gripped the console as burrow quakes rattled tools from shelves. Raider Queen's signature pulsed on scans. Deep in the hull, clawing upward. Rook braced against the wall. Shoulder wound seeping fresh blood. His eyes locked on her. Gear up. She'll breach in 30. Saren snatched her cauterizer and foam packs. Hesk burst through the door, rifle raised. Evac now. Humans a liability. No. Siren blocked his path with an outstretched claw. He fights with us. Rook pushed off the wall. Grabbed his scavenged raider blade. Listened to her. Quake. Intensified. Sparks flew from conduits. The Queen's roar echoed through vents. Kitten screeching metal. Siren keyed defenses. Bulkhead sealed. Cores locked. We hold here, Hesk snarled. You're defying protocol. Protocol dies today. Siren reclassified the bay. Biohazard lockdown engaged. Hesk's access code blinked denied. He pounded the panel. Vel! Alarms wailed. Hull breach imminent. Rook swayed, thigh gushing around the loose tourniquet. Pain twisted his face, but he waved it off. Focus on her. Siren nodded. Pulled his cracked wrist device from her pouch. Thumbed it active mid-stride. Clipped audio crackled. Mara's voice. Human medic. Checklist. Tourniquet first. 2 fingers tight above bleed. Saline drip if shock signs. No sedatives. Humans. Fight through. Rook grunted approval. Queen's claw punched through the deck plating. Massive barbed limb whipped air. Saren dodged. Fired foam burst at the joint. It slowed. Not stopped. Hesk flanked left. Blasted the claw. Incoming! Rook lunged right. Blade sank into softer underchitin. Queen shrieked. Retaliated. Tail barb lashed. Caught Rook's leg clean. He spun. Slammed down. Blood sprayed. Femoral hit. Siren dove. Pinned his shoulders. Hold. Still. He clutched her arm. 2 fingers up, mimicked nut. Loop. Twist. Pull. Vicious tight. Tourniquet lesson. She yanked rag strips from her kit. Copied the motion. Loose. He shook head, fierce, grabbed her claws. Forced redo. Tighter. Crushing. Artery clamped. Bleed slowed to drip. Good, he rasped. Now drip. Queen's head breached fully. Mandibles gnashed. Hesk unloaded rifle. Rounds pinged off armor. Siren scanned for weak points. Eye stalks vulnerable. Rook rolled free. Grabbed cauterizer from her belt. Tossed it. She caught. Aimed. Sizzled one stalk. Queen reared blind on that side. Hesk yelled, flank it. But Rook flagged. Shock paling his skin. Siren ripped coolant tubing from wall panel. Improvised bag. Sealed end. Punctured for flow. Filled from reserve saline synth. Jury-rig drip into his arm vein. Human protocol decoded. Fluids first. Drip started. Controlled. Rook's eyes sharpened. Mara's notes. Saved my ass before. Lave. Siren played more audio. Mara's voice urgent. Pain tolerance off charts. They stay lucid. Monitor vitals. Pulse over 140. Hydrate heavy. Queen lunged. Saren sidestepped. Injected foam into claw joint. Expanded. Locked it rigid. Rook rose on good leg. Smashed boot heel into the foam, crunched deeper. Hesk circled. It's adapting. Siren checked Rook's drip. Flow steady, his color returned. Impossible. Humans healed mid-fight? She incised her own minor barb graze earlier, still throbbed, his wounds clotted already. Rook signaled. Thumb up, pointed her cauterizer at Queen's underbelly. Soft spot, she fired. Sizzled flesh. Queen convulsed. Deck buckled again. Secondary claws erupted. One slashed Hesk's arm. He dropped rifle. Clutched wound. Vel, help, she hesitated. Split second, Rook covered. On it! He scooped Hesk's rifle. Burst fire pinned the claws. Saren dashed to Hesk. Foam packed his gash. Hold pressure. Not human. Hesk gasped. Stared at Rook. How? Rook didn't answer. Reloaded, aimed for Queen's maw. Eyes next. Siren rejoined. Wrist device looped Mara's checklist. Adrenaline surge. Expect rage or calm. Both deadly. Queen charged blind. Rook sidestepped, slid underbelly. Blade up. Gouged vitals. Guts spilled acidic. Burned deck. He rolled clear. Suit smoking. Siren yanked him back. Checked tourniquet. Blood pushed through. He nodded. 2 fingers. Tighter. She cranked it vicious. He hissed but grinned. Right. Drip bag half empty. She swapped tubing quick. Fresh coolant fill. Human endurance. Body demanded. Endured. Hesk rose. Rifle reclaimed. Together. Queen thrashed dying. Burrow collapsed behind. Caught Siren's leg. Caught Saren's leg. Barb embedded. Pain exploded. Rook saw. Dropped rifle. Pinned her claw. Mimicked her earlier move. Pin it. Burn. She yanked Barb free. Crawler inside. Tiny horror. He smashed it under boot. Cauterizer to her wound. Sizzled shut. Foam pack sealed. She stood. Leg burned but held. Your turn. He waved off. Stood guard. Queen stilled. Scans flatlined. Quiet fell. Breaths ragged. Hex slumped against wall. It's dead. Siren checked Rook. Thigh tourniquet bruising deep, but stable. Drip finished. Wrist device silent. Mara's voice echoed in memory. Humans heal fast. You're impossible, Siren said. Rook chuckled. Leaned on her. Team effort. Your hands. Hesk keyed comms. Queen down. Clinic secure. But console beeped. New signature. Eggs. Buried clutch hatching. Siren gripped cauterizer. Rook nodded. Round 3. Her mandibles clicked. Affirmative. Hatches rattled. Claws scratched inside. Siren blocked the nearest vent. Improvised barrier from debris. Rook prepped rifle. Hesk flanked. First hatch popped. Larva swarmed. Siren sprayed foam wall. Blocked half. Rook mowed the rest. Bullets precise. One slipped through. Latched Hesk's boot. He stomped. Missed. Siren clamped it. Cauterized mid-squirm. Screech cut short. Hesk stared. Thanks. Rook reloaded. More coming. Siren checked his vitals manual. Pulse steady despite blood loss. Human steel. She decoded another audio snippet. Field surgery. Cut clean. Packed tight. They walk it off. Egg cluster pulsed on scans. 10 signatures. Accelerating. Flank vents. Rook ordered. Siren complied. Precision cuts sealed 2. Hesk covered 3. Rook took the core hatch. Blasted point blank. Last larva charged her. Rook shoved her aside. Took hit to shoulder. Old wound reopened. She spun. Redid his tourniquet. No. Shoulder needed new. Copied Mara. Pressure. Elevate. He shook head. Fight first! They cleared the clutch. Bodies smoked. Saren forced him down post-fight. Wrist device final loop. Infection risk low. Regen high. Rest optional. She hooked fresh drip. Tourniquet adjusted tighter per his demo. His hand guided hers steady. Hesk watched. No protests. Human asset. Partner. Rook smirked. Eli. Call me Eli. Siren. Claw in his palm. Grip firm. Deck stable. Scans clear. But outer hull groaned. Radar reinforcements. Siren stood. Tools ready. Eli rose beside, shoulder packed, thigh clamped. Human medic's ghost guided them. Hesk nodded. We hold. Incoming signatures multiplied. Swarm approach. Siren smiled, mandibles. Together. Eli grinned. Damn right. Brace for breach. Trust sealed in blood, barbs, and borrowed checklists. Healer and soldier. Alien precision. Met human fire. Swarm hit the hull. Claws scraped. They fired as one. Siren pressed the lance tip into the swollen pocket, along Rook's flank. Pus erupted in a foul yellow spray, carrying flecks of parasite chitin. She clamped the drain tube fast. 7. 8. Rook's voice rasped steady. His fists clenched the exam slab edges. Sweat beaded his brow, but his eyes locked on hers. No thrashing. No screams. 9. 10. He exhaled sharp. Clear? Siren nodded. Mandibles clicking approval. The infection pocket deflated under suction. Human skin sealed fast around the tube. No alien mesh needed. She flushed it with antiseptic from Mara's notes. Dilute iodine. Human standard. Rook's body heat fought the chill spray. She peeled back the edge of his torn uniform. Ribs bruised purple, one cracked from the larva strike. Stay down. He ignored her, braced palms flat, pushed up, sat upright without a brace or her grip. Muscles trembled under pale skin, but he held. Siren froze mid-swipe. Nova Larry patient sat unassisted post-lancing. They curled fetal for cycles. Rook grabbed the wrap kit. Shaking fingers unrolled the elastic tape. He aligned it precise over the crack. Measured by eye. No scanner. Layer 1. Tension even. Layer 2. Breath hitched, but hands steady. Layer 3 locked tight. Done. He tied off. Tested twist. Winced once. Ribs hold. Her claws hovered useless. You. Rebuild yourself? Trained for it. He met her gaze. Mara's drills. Keeps us moving. Saren activated the blood scanner. Drooled a sample from his vein port. Hollow display bloomed. Red cells clustered thick. White cells swarming parasite toxins. Enzymes chewed the barbs already, neutralizing. Human immune response accelerated. Twice Valari baseline. Impossible. She traced the cascade. Toxins bind neural sheaths. Yours attack unbound. Rook shrugged one shoulder. The packed wound wept clear serum, no pus. We adapt. Or die trying. Trust coiled in her chest. This human endured what shattered her ken. She chose care. Again, door hissed. Chief Warder Hesk stormed in, vents flaring. Vel! Sedate it! Now. Siren blocked the slab. Scans clear. Immune cells dominate. Hesk's grip closed on his stun prod. It fought the clutch. Fine. But it's unknown. Raider bait. Containment first. Rook tensed beside her. Hand inched toward his discarded pulse rifle. Stand down order. Siren raised her scanner like a shield. He saved us. Eli saved us, Hesk snarled. Names don't change facts. Humans breach hulls, carry plagues. He jabbed a panel. Lights flickered. Power hummed low. Bay. Isolated. 10 minutes, then I vent. Alarms whooped soft. Air recyclers whirred to halt. Siren's vents seized. Hesk. Override. Protocol. He backed to the hatch. Sealed it with a claw swipe. Choose. Eject the hazard, or join it. Door locked. Red pulse lit the seams. Rook slid off the slab. Bare feet hit deck, grabbed the suture kit from her tray. Time to close this. Ellie, wait! She lunged, but he waved her off. Focus, Hesk. His needle pierced skin. Pull. Not. Pierce again. Thread banished into flesh. Steady pulls. No tremor now. 4 minutes gone. Siren spun to the console. Claws flew over keys. Power reroute failed. Hesk layered blocks. Vent sequence ticked. 9 o'clock. 8:50. Human stitches marched even. Wound lips knit under his hands. Blood welled minimal. He nodded final. Cut thread. Taped sterile. Stood whole. Done. He flexed. No limp. Your turn. Hack the door. She jabbed vent's manual override. Hull groaned outside. Swarm echoes. No time. Awk power only. Security lock quantum. Rook shouldered beside her. Eyed the hollow schematics. Mara's bypass. There. Finger stabbed at junction node. Bridge the relay. Ground the sequence. Siren hesitated. Human logic layered alien grids. Claws hesitated. Trust it. His palm pressed her shoulder. Warm. firm, like his grip in the clutch. She bridged. Sparks flew. Lock stuttered. 620. Hesk's voice boomed external. Vel, last chance. Sedative, or space. Door groaned inward a finger width. Not enough. Rook yanked the pulse rifle. Checked charge. Cover me. Eli, no. But he kicked the gap wider. Barrel first. Fired low voltage burst at the outer panel. Console outside smoked. Hesk bellowed. Siren shoved the slab aside, dragged the medcart for brace. Wedge it, he jammed. She piled tools. Door bucked. Hesk pounded. But held. 410. Call him off. Rook reloaded. Tell him what you saw. Siren slapped the intercom. Hesk. Blood scan. His cells destroy the toxins. Regen active. No plague silence. Then, lies. Human trick. 345. Rook leaned into sights. Your call, Chief. We hold. Siren synced her wrist unit to the bay scanner, piped live feed. Immune swarm devouring last barbs. Watch. Hollow beamed through the crack. Hesk's shadow paused. 230. Vel, confirm origin. Corporal Ellie Rook. Recon trooper. Clutch killer. She glanced at Eli. Stitches gleamed fresh. Ribs stable under tape. Partner. 115. Hesk grunted. Power surged back. Door unsealed. He burst in. Prod lowered. Eyed Rook. Eyed the scans. Asset secured. Siren stepped between. Eli. Healed. Rook lowered rifle. Offered hand. We good? Hesk gripped brief. Claws retracted. Hold the hull. Swarms inbound. Deck shuddered. Claws scraped outer plating again. Siren restocked her kit. LA slung rifle. Hesk flanked door. Together. But as they braced, Eli winced. Fresh blood seeped his new stitches. Shoulder pad bulged. Infection, Siren probed. He shook head. Old scar. Larva tore it. Grinned through grit. Walk it off. Her mandibles parted. Humans mended mid-fight. She prepped fresh pack. Sit. 30 seconds. He dropped to slab. She lanced quick. Drained clean. Packed per Mara. Tight. Elevate. Ignore complaints. Hesk watched. No interrupt. 5 seconds. Eli counted. Rose. Flexed. Good. Hull breach alarm wailed. Signatures inbound. Dozens. Siren sealed her vents. Claws itched for scalpel or rifle. Eli's fire met her precision. Hesk's bulk guarded flank. Trust sealed deeper. Healer chose soldier. Soldier chose healer. Swarm claws punched through. Eli fired first. Siren flanked. Hesk covered rear. They held, but in the frenzy, Eli took a barb graze. Buy reopened. He clamped at one hand. Kept shooting. Siren saw. Chose care. Mid-battle, she darted. Packed it fast. Fight on. He nodded. Damn right. Hesk blasted two. Glanced. Humans. Persist. Barbs flew. Blood mixed. Blue. Red. They cleared the breach. Deck smoked. Bodies piled. Eli slumped against bulkhead. Breath ragged. But upright. Siren scanned anew. Immune cells raged victorious. Toxins fled. You're unbreakable, he smirked. Team effort. Hesk keyed comms. Bridge. Secure. Hold position. But outer scans lit. Reinforcements. Raider signatures locked. Siren gripped her kit. Eli rose. Stitches held. Next wave inbound. She met his eyes. Human endurance burned bright. Her caution yielded to it. Together they armed. Hull screamed. Breach imminent. Eli stitched a fresh tear on his arm. Mid-alert. Needle flashed. Hesk powered the bay down. Venting in 10. Human first. No. Not again. Siren chose. Claws raised. Override. Now. Siren slammed the override panel. Red lights flashed denial. Hesk's voice boomed over comms. Bell, stand down or I'll cut power. She ignored him. Grabbed Eli Rook's arm. Dragged him toward the supply crawl space. His weight dragged like dead cargo. Blood slicked the deck under her claws. Thigh wound wept red again. He grunted but pushed with his good leg. They stumbled into the narrow duct. Metal walls pressed close. Osirin yanked the hatch shut, sealed it from inside with a hiss. Clinic door beyond rattled. Hesk's team pounded, Sparks flew as they pried. Eli slumped against her, breath hot on her scales. Good call. He fumbled at his belt, pulled a flare stick, shoved it into her claw. Parasites. Burn 'em. On sight. She clutched the flare, thumbed the igniter cap. Glowed ready. Nodded once, his eyes, fierce, pain glazed. Held hers. Trust passed silent, pounding grew. Hesk bellowed.
Vel, open up!
Containment protocol. Siren keyed her radio. Voice steady. Command, this is Technician Vel. Human patient in my custody. Critical condition. Request hold on venting. Static crackled. Captain's voice cut in. Denied. Raider signatures. Inbound. All decks vent in 60. Her crest flared. License on the line. No turning back. Captain, I stake my certification. Human physiology defies scans. He's fighting infection. Vent him, you lose intel. And a fighter. Pause, stretched. Eli shifted, braced his shoulder against the inner hatch, muscles corded under torn uniform, thigh bandage soaked through. He didn't complain. Data. Captain demanded. Immune response off charts. Toxins neutralized mid-exposure. He's persisting. She glanced at Eli. He met her gaze. Nodded faint. 20 seconds, Vel. Convince me. Hesk's pry bar gouged metal. Hatch buckled inward. Eli threw his weight. Jammed it shut. Boots skidded on grate. Go, he rasped. Talk. Siren patched her scanner feed. Transmitting now. See the cell count. Human baselines regenerate tissue under fire. Raider barb toxin. Neutralized without antivenin.
He's combat viable.
Deck shuddered. Outer hull screamed. Raiders closing. Captain grunted. Hesk. Stand down. Vel, you own this. Fail, and it's your heir too. Comms cut. Pounding stopped. Silence fell heavy. Eli sagged, leaned into her side, shoulder to shoulder in the tight space. His heat seeped through her suit. Human pulse thrummed, strong, erratic. She scanned his thigh. Fresh grays whipped. Parasite risk high. Hold still. He gripped the flare in her claw, guided it. Watch the seams. They crawl fast. Her probe light swept ducts. Shadows shifted. Nothing yet. She unpacked her kit one claw, sprayed sealant foam, packed the wound. Ellie hissed. Muscles locked, but he held position.
You're tough, she murmured. Alien word for it escaped her.
No translation fit. He smirked through grimace. Team medic trained me. Mara Kess. Her notes. Gold. Fumbled pocket. Pulled crumpled flimsy. Here. Human protocols. She snatched it. Scanned fast. Improvise sutures. Pain blocks optional. Endure and adapt. Mara's scrawl. Humans wrote like they fought. Blunt. Hiss echoed. Air recyclers whined. Ship-wide alert blared. Venting non-essential bays. Evacuate now. Their crawl space hatch vibrated. Pressure dropped. Seals strained. Eli braced harder. They venting clinic? Affirm. Saren sealed their inner hatch tighter. Foam hissed into gaps. Hesk's orders. Contain you. He chuckled low. Pain ragged. Me or us? She met his eyes. Blue blood pulsed in her veins. Red smeared his skin, mixed on the grate. Both now. Ducks groaned. Air thinned. Her gills fluttered. Eli's chest heaved slower. Oxygen debt hit humans harder. Scans lied before. Blair, he whispered, pointed. Shadows skittered. Parasite, raider spawn, fist-sized. Legs barbed. Crawled toward his boot. Siren ignited. Flame whooshed. Burned it crisp. Ash flaked. Eli stomped remnants. Nodded approval. Another skitter. Two more. She torched them. Heat singed her scales. Eli's arm clamped her waist, pulled her clear. One leaped. He swatted it midair, crushed under heel. Got your back, he said. Trust sealed. Healer and soldier. Shoulder to shoulder. Vents howled louder. Pressure plummeted. Lights flickered. Siren's vision blurred. Eli's grip tightened. Breathe slow. Human trick. She did. His warmth anchored. Scans pinged. His immune cells surged again. Fighting vacuum stress, impossible. Hatch buckled. Hesk's voice filtered. Vel, last chance. Eli braced. Full weight now. Legs trembled. Thigh split foam, blood welled. He ignored it. Siren radioed. Negative. Patient stable. Stand down. Deck lurched. Impacts rocked ship. Raiders boarding. Explosions muffled. Hesk laughed bitter. Your funeral, venting in 10. Countdown blared. Air fled. Siren's claws dug into Eli's arm. Not fear. Resolve. 9. He squeezed her shoulder. Together. 8.
Parasite wave incoming. Flares ready.
7. Her scanner beeped. Eli's vitals peaked. Human endurance defied void. 6. Hesk's team torched the outer seal. Eat bled in. 5. Siren primed injector. Mara's note. Adrenaline surge. Human standard. 4. Eli nodded. Hit me.
3. Needle plunged.
His eyes flared wide. Strength flooded back. 2. Hatch glowed red. Prying resumed.
1.
Siren yanked him deeper into ducts. Shoulder jammed tight. Air gone. Seals held. Barely. Vent roared. Clinic depressurized. Bodies tumbled out. Parasites. Gear. Hesk cursed over open comms. Silence absolute. They floated weightless. Shoulder to shoulder. Breath synced shallow. Eli's whisper cut darkness. Mara to prove. What's next? Her claw found his. Flare glowed faint between them. Raiders breached decks above. Trust burned brighter than vacuum. Ship alarms wailed silent now. No air to carry sound. Siren's suit hissed emergency oxy. Eli's lacked it. His faceplate fogged, but eyes clear. She tapped his helmet. Pointed duct fork. Escape route. Toward engines. Away from Hesk. He nodded. Pushed off wall. Pulled her with. 0G clumsy. His wound trailed red globules. She sealed it mid-float. Foam globbed perfect. Parasite cluster boiled from vent. Dozens. Flares wouldn't cut it. Eli drew knife. One hand. Sliced first. She stabbed second. Coordinated silent. They cleared the fork. Dropped into maintenance shaft. Gravity returned faint. Emergency spin. Footsteps echoed above. Hesk's team. Split search. Vel's gone rogue. Eli grinned ghost pale. Your ship. Your lead. Saren keyed subcom. Ship's ghost net. Clinic logs to my slate. Human data priority. Upload hummed. Mara's notes integrated. Human endurance protocols loaded. They crawled on. Thigh wound knit under scans. Faster than logic. Deck trembled. Raider breach 2 levels up. Blaster fire. Hesk's voice pursued.
Hell. Human's a vector. Eject him.
She ignored. Eli's hand steadied her. Pain tolerance. Legendary now. Witnessed. Trust deepened. Healer chose care. Soldier chose guardian. Shaft narrowed. Glow ahead. Armory lockout. Raider signatures closed. Eli braced. Knife ready.
Your call.
Saren over road panel. Door hissed. Rifles racked inside. They armed. Shoulder to shoulder. Human fire met alien precision. Next wave waited. Trust unbreakable. Vacuum tested. Passed. But Hesk closed fast. Vent threat lingered. Ship's choice loomed. Saren slammed the armory hatch open. Hesk's squad snapped rifles up, red targeting dots dancing across her scales. The chief warder loomed at their center, mandible clamps locked in fury.
Val.
Hesk barked. Stand down. The human's a biohazard. Eject it now. She stepped forward, rifle lowered but firm. Eli matched her pace behind, silent. No ejection. I demand a supervised medical hearing. Command Protocols, Section 47. Hesk's optics narrowed. Blaster fire echoed from upper decks. Raiders breaching hull seals. His team shifted, wary.
Hearing?
It's chewed through vents, spread parasites. Your clinic's compromised. Data says otherwise. Saren tapped her slate. Mara's uploaded notes glowed. Human wound closure rates, toxin resistance. He's contained the infection. Scan confirms. A squad grunt edged forward. Hesk waved him back. Scans lie. Humans adapt. Evolve. It's a vector for shit kill. Eli cleared his throat. Pain laced his voice, but steady. Siren felt his hand brush her elbow. Signal. Trust cue. She nodded fractionally. Witness it yourself. Eli holstered his scavenged rifle. Stepped out unarmed, palms open. Hesk's team tensed, safeties clicking off. "Easy," Eli said. His accent clipped through the translator. He reached into his thigh pouch. Slow. Pulled a sealed vial. Inside, a writhing parasite segment pulsed, neutralized by foam sealant. "Extracted this from my wound. Your vents spawned it. Not me." Hesk froze. Optics locked on the specimen. "Proof?" "Quarantine terms." Eli tossed the vial underhand. It arced, landed at Hesk's feet. "Isolate me. Test it. But no eject."
"I fight raiders with you." The chief snatched it up.
Scanned it mid-air. Readings flashed on his HUD relay. Xenoparasite match. Human tissue absent. Bell. "Your call?" Siren seized the moment. "Clinic. Now." Supervised. Hesk grunted assent. Squad parted. They marched Eli between them, rifles trained. Siren led, slate humming with fresh data sync. Corridors trembled, raider pods slamming decks above. Alarms wailed. Clinic doors hissed shut behind them. Siren activated quarantine field. Blue haze, locked in contaminants. Hesk posted guards outside viewports. "Restrain it," Hesk ordered. Eli sat on the exam slab without protest, stripped his pant leg. Wound seal held, foam intact, no fresh bleed. Saren ran deep scan. Parasite remnants showed, embedded barbs, toxin reservoirs. Mara's notes flagged antitoxin match, improvised from standard xenoflush. She loaded the injector. "This neutralizes residuals. Hold still." Eli nodded. "Doc." Needle pierced thigh muscle. He didn't flinch. Vitals on monitor, heart rate steady at 85 BPM. Pain spikes registered. Human baseline ignored them. Hesk peered through viewport. "Sedate him first." "No need." Siren watched the readouts. Toxin levels plummeted. 40% drop in seconds. Tissue regeneration kicked in. Foam dissolving. New cells bridging. Faster than Krelvid flesh. Impossible. Her mandibles parted. "See? Stabilizing." Human physiology sequesters poisons, encapsulates, heals around. Eli exhaled slow, grinned faint. "Standard op. Seen worse." Hesk's clamps clicked. "Worse?" "That's shredded quad tissue. Adrenaline." Eli flexed the leg, stood. No limp. "Mara's protocols. She prepped us." Siren cross-checked. "Mara Kess. Unit medic. Notes detailed. Pain thresholds, XXX xenonorms. Clotting accelerated by stress hormones. Witnessed now. Up close." Shipwide comm crackled. "Command override tone. Vel, report. Raider incursion at 20% hull. Human asset status." Siren keyed in. "Stable. Parasite source identified. Vents. Not human. Recommend joint study. Is combat viable?" Pause. Bridge chatter filtered through. Scans confirmed. Parasite clusters and engineering ducts. Raider dropped bioweapons. Authority reinstated Technician Vel. "Chief Warder Hesk. Stand down containment. Initiate collaborative defense." Human under Vel's oversight. Hesk snarled, relayed to squad. Rifles lowered outside. Eli met her gaze. Pulled a cord from his neck. Dog tag etched with unit insignia. Marrakes's name beside his. Extended it. Trust token. Human custom.
"Means your squad. My watch."
Siren hesitated. Scales prickled. Fear residue. But his eyes held no deception. Endurance proven. Pain born. Parasite turned to proof. She clasped it. Cool metal warmed in her grip. Accepted. Squad. Hesk snorted. Sentiment later. Raiders at engineering. Eli grabbed his rifle. Cyrene checked her pulse gun. Vitals monitor beeped green. Human at 100%. They charged out. Corridor shook. Parasite vents hissed ahead. Clusters boiling. Eli sliced first cluster mid-leap. Saren flanked. Antitoxin sprayer dousing remnants. Raider shadows flickered at junction. Blasters whined. "Flank left," Eli called. Instincts synced. She pivoted. Precision bursts dropped 2. His fire suppressed 3rd. Esk's squad piled in, coordinated. Deck breached below. Suction whale started. They sealed bulkhead. Parasites retreated under spray. Engineering loomed. Raider Queen's signature pulsed. Core threat. Eli glanced back. Your ship. Lead. Siren overrode the hatch. Rifles ready. Trust solidified in fire. But Queen's screech echoed. Larger cluster mast. Vials wouldn't hold. Hesk, Komed frantic. Bell. New readings. Human vitals spiking again.
She checked slate link.
Eli's pain threshold maxed. Wound reopening? No. Endurance reserve. He pushed ahead, knife out. Got this. Siren's grip tightened on Token. Chose care. Chose him. Queen burst through grating. Mandibles wide. Toxin fogged air. Eli charged. Saren covered. Shot true. Collision imminent. Human met nightmare head on. Her scan screamed, warning toxin bloom. His or hers. She lunged forward. Antitoxin ready. Trust tested ultimate. Eli twisted midair. Knife plunged. Queen shrieked. But barbs hooked his arm. Fresh wound. Red globules floated. Saren fired sprayer point blank. Parasite recoiled. He dropped. Landed braced. Arm sealed itself. Foam auto-deploy from pouch. Hesk's team mopped remnants. Engineering secured. Eli stood, offered knife. Queen segment impaled. Specimen 2. Yours.
Saren took it.
Vitals. His steady. Hers racing. Command hailed. Threat neutralized. Human. Invaluable. Hesk eyed the token around her neck. Silent concession. Eli leaned close. Voice low.
Mara'd prove. Thanks, Doc.
She nodded. Scales flushed. Fascination deepened. Human normal. Extraordinary. Raider pods pinged outer hull. Fresh wave. Round 2, Eli said. Saren racked fresh antitoxin. Shoulder to shoulder. Healer guarded soldier. Soldier guarded healer. Ship spun to battle stations. Trust unbreakable. But Mara's full notes unlocked new protocol. Human rage mode. Vitals hinted at it. Eli's eyes hardened. What came next?